Welcome, everybody, to the RnR CatCast, a fan-based podcast focusing on Montana State athletics. We're two dudes named Ryan from the state of Washington talking about our dear Montana State. We hope you enjoy. All right, welcome back, Bobcat fans. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the RnR CatCast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan Foley. I'm joined with Zach Levere and Ryan Thornburg. We got a full crew tonight. We are the RnR, the Montana State affiliate of the Big Sky Podcast Network. And if you're passionate about supporting Bobcat athletes, we want you to visit bobcatcollective.com today to learn more and sign up to be a member for as low as $25 a month. Membership supports student athletes and provide great perks for members, including exclusive access to events and behind-the-scenes content and more. Again, that's bobcatcollective.com. How we doing, fellas?
Doing great, man. Happy Monday. Happy Victory Monday.
It's I don't know how to call it. It's a good Monday. Nice,
Feels right in the world.
Chill Monday. Yeah, it does. Everything feels right in the world right now. Besides the U.S. losing the Ryder Cup, which I'm still mad about, but everything else is great.
Who'd they lose to? Europe?
Europe, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We talked about it on the instant reaction show. Both Thorny and I did a collective sigh of relief. Zach, is that how you're feeling?
Yeah. Whoop down on Eastern feels great. I went back and looked at. I was explaining to somebody who was new to Montana State the history of how the thing last 15 years went against Eastern Washington. And I was like, it basically was 49-52, and whoever had the ball last won, and it never was us. So to do that to them, to just absolutely take it to the Eagles, feels good. Feels really good.
We got a little win streak going against them.
5 in a row. First time ever.
And I don't see it changing anytime soon. Not if Aaron Best is coaching.
No, it's a fireable offense.
It's got to be his last year. It has to be his last year. I know that the administration's fallen, Eastern's fallen from grace, but he's had 3 straight losing seasons, going on 4 or whatever.
It's not.
Or they're just going to keep. Or it's just going to be Bruce Barnum.
God, Eastern turns into Portland State.
They're not far off. They're on that path right now. I mean, they're the other school that's always whispers of chopping the program. Portland State's always there. So is Eastern.
Ask your doctor if Division II is right for you.
Yeah, they could compete with Central, maybe.
That'd be a good little rivalry.
Mm-hmm. Little bus. They could take the bus.
Yeah, I kind of feel a little bit bad. I costed some guy on Bobcat Nation who said, I kind of feel bad for Eastern a little bit after coming in with that game plan. I was like, you never feel bad for Eastern. Are you kidding?
Why do you feel bad for that? You're 100% correct. That. Yeah. They can lose every game for 20 years for all I care.
Made me think, I was like, I wonder if this
so much
man
pain.
is 18 years old or something like that. So if they have no recollection, I can't say that word, recollection of what used to transpire against those mofos and us. So,
yep, we lived through too much.
Yeah, I don't feel bad. I'm whooping them.
My disdain has gone way down for Eastern, but will never pity them.
Yeah.
It's not a rivalry.
And they're still good at basketball, so.
Yeah. It's not a rivalry anymore. It used to feel like it was a big rivalry.
Well, they didn't think it was a rival because they were always whooping us. And now we're whooping them, and now we're like, no, it's not. It's a rivalry. It is. Their mystique is gone.
It's a rival.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right, fellas and fans. Actually, thanks for joining us.
I want to circle this back.
Yeah, circle us back. Thanks for Thorny. You're normally not the one who gets us back on track.
I know. I'm going to take us off track right now. Someone asked who your top 5 least favorite teams are on Bobcat Nation. Did you guys see that post?
I did not. I saw my thorn dog, though. Teams. I got my thorn dog, and I'm very happy.
Oh, yes. You have to find that for us. But now, where's that? Where is it? Where do you rank Eastern Washington on the hate list?
High. Very high for me.
People were giving their top 5. You can give your top 3. You can get whatever you want.
I think I can do this. Number 1, North Dakota State. Number 2, the Grizz. Number 3, the Bunnies. Number 4, Idaho. Number 5, Eastern.
It's a pretty good list, Zach.
Solid. I question your fandom if you don't have the Grizz number 1.
It used to be, but after what's transpired the last couple of years and how we just can't beat those guys, I'd rather beat the Bison right now than the Grizz. That's stupid as it is to say that.
I didn't even have a top 5. I couldn't even find that many teams I hate anymore. As I get older, I hate less. Boys, I hate less. But the Grizz number 1 by a wide margin. And then I lumped in South Dakota State, North Dakota State into number 2. Because at this point, they're blurred together, and I hate them both because they can't beat either one of them. So they're just kind of a blur of Dakota States that I'm sick of losing to. Maybe it's not fair to put SDSU in there because their fans are way nicer. Bison fans are awful. But I'm going to lump them together. And then Eastern is 3rd. Beyond that, I was like, whatever. Idaho's cool. I'm okay with Idaho. They were getting there. And then we beat them 2 times in a row.
Idaho has replaced Sam Houston State for me now that they've moved up.
Sam Houston would have been a good one, but I don't even think about them anymore, and nobody does. Not even FBS level. No, they're so much more irrelevant than they were. There's a case study.
All right, boys, what's in our golden coolies?
Hold on, did Foley give his list?
Yeah, I would just put the Grizzlies on number 1. I would probably put their fan base actually number 1. The actual football team 1B. Bobby Houck 1C.
Missoula.
I actually like Missoula. Missoula's a cool town. I would say I still probably put Eastern number 2 in my book. I have a lot like that. That goes deep for me.
Then you live out there in the Eagles
close
nest.
Would be like those big backs over in North Dakota State, South Dakota State after that, and probably the Vandals. So yeah, there you go.
V's down.
Okay. V's down. Okay, now we can talk about Cooley. Huh?
Right,
you ready?
Sorry, we're off the rails. We haven't even gotten anything yet.
We are.
Woo!
We're just hating on everyone right now. All right, let's get into it.
What's in your golden coolie?
What's in your golden coolie is brought to you by Wilbur Ellis. Go see Shea, Richter and Company up in Fort Benton for all your farming and fertilizer needs. I don't have a golden coolie because I have a, oh my gosh, what are they called? Growler. My goodness. A growler that my favorite other MSU fan bought me, a Michigan State fan. Thanks, Kelly, for the beer. I'm drinking that. It's a Oktoberfest from Larrabee Lager here in Bellingham. It's a Marzen Oktoberfest beer. It's pretty good.
What's that mean, Marzen?
I don't know. I don't have the can to look at. It's in my little holographic Bobcat cut with the old logo, so you know it's old.
Pre-2011.
Yeah, right. It's got some long teeth on it.
The cup's older than your kids.
Yes, absolutely, it is.
Guaranteed, he's drinking like plastic particles that are like going down.
Honestly, I've probably only used it like 10 times, maybe once a year, so it doesn't have a lot of use.
Pronghorn Wealth, if you haven't checked your 401k since Thorny's Cup was made.
Mm-hmm. Since the Bobcat changed their logo. Oh, yeah.
New one every week.
All right, Zach, what are you
sorry.
doing?
I got a Madison River Brewing Whitewater, last one I have in the fridge. I did have a couple, what are they called? I don't know. I had a lot of the honey rye watching the Oregon Penn State game after our game, and pretty good pitchers. Had a couple pitchers of the honey rye, which were pretty good. Yeah, not my favorite. Their Oktoberfest is probably my favorite right now behind the honey rye, but still quality. I like lagers though.
Is that what that one is?
Yep, it's their lager.
Rank drinking beer as far as like your favorite way to drink beer, because you just said pitchers of beer. That's high on my list.
Ooh. I think a draft into the pint glass might be my number one. Tailgate straight. I don't know. Red Solo Cup tailgate straight out of the keg, pretty high too.
Ooh, I don't like that.
That's one of my favorites. I think it's more of an atmosphere thing.
Atmosphere for sure, but the plasticky, I don't know. And then it feels like it's warm, like instantly. It's always warm at tailgate. I'm always drinking warm beer, unless it's December. Then everything's cold still. I don't know. I also like a cold can poured into a frosted mug from my freezer. That's high on my list, especially in the summer. I always keep some mugs in the freezer.
Those thick dimple mugs. Mm-hmm. I just had one this last week. It was
Who got you that dimple mug?
Well, this one wasn't yours actually. Okay, this was a different one. But yes, you did give me a dimple mug. That was pretty cool. They're up there, but pitchers of beer, they're pretty high on my list.
They go down quick sometimes.
Individual pitcher when you were in college.
What's that?
Did you ever drink your own individual pitcher? Like not even get a glass. You just drink it just out of the pitcher.
I don't think I ever pulled that move. Wasn't like you. I mean, we did go to the Molly every once in a while.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah, but
who would do such a thing?
Who would do such a thing?
At the Molly Brown. Never heard of it.
Yeah. All right.
Pitchers.
In my golden coolie, I have just the general garage beer, lime edition.
Good. None of us are drinking pale ales.
Well, stinking Mike. But calling me out on that, providing like some factual evidence that somehow that correlates to us losing.
Well, you're the most superstitious person on this podcast, and you're just completely dismissing this one.
I know. I'm giving it crap.
The facts are in.
Speaking of
fake news, don't come at me with actual facts. Nobody likes facts these days. It's just it's not real.
He says there's been three NAU pale facts. 3 NAU preview episodes, 0 pale ales, 3 wins.
Love it.
Hey, just gonna take like
the kind of research I like.
Yeah,
a politician stance on this and say, no, that's not true anymore. Like nobody knows that. That's false. Like those numbers don't mean anything. It's like clearly like I said on Bobcat Nation, like must have been the Bobcat flag I flew that day, or my color of my boxers, or
I didn't
not
wash
drinking
my Gold Rush shirt.
Yeah, there you go. It's definitely that.
All those things, yes. What I'm drinking on these, no.
Statistical significance of me drinking a pale ale before losses. Anyways,
you're just mad.
A little bit because I really like pale ales, and now I feel a little bit like I can't get a pale ale.
You need to break pale ale once we win a national championship.
What if you have 2 beers, Mike? What happens if we both have a second beer? Because it's usually backup beers are almost always like Coors Lights or some crap beer.
The weird thing was I drank the same beer before we played North Dakota State twice. So I got to avoid that one.
Yeah, that's clearly
out.
That's the 100% why we lost both those games.
No. Scapegoat.
Wasn't the offense not showing up in the first half?
It's because they were lethargic because they had fully bad juju.
All right, Thorny, before Foley tells us, I want to know, do you think he took a walk on Saturday in a 57-3 win?
No, I bet he took 0 walks.
I think a missed PAT.
Oh wait, maybe after
I think a missed PAT or something like that, and a missed field goal got him. So, Foley, did you take a walk?
No walks.
No walks. Stays at 5.
He's getting better.
Do I have that correct?
Better.
Let me take a look. Fully walk counter stays at 5.
Yeah, I'm getting a little nervous.
Well, so here's what we got going on, fellas. We got NAU, and then we have what? Northern Colorado, Cal Poly, Idaho State. Maybe not in that order.
Yeah, it's Idaho State first.
If we are the team we are thinking, then the 22 is going to be pretty high.
I'm thinking I'm setting the over and under at NAU at 3.5.
I was thinking 2.5, but if you give me 3.5, I'm taking the over. Or I'm taking the under. If you give me, I think it's going to be 3. Under 3.5,
man.
over 2.5.
Could be.
Yeah, 3.5.
That last NAU game that we were at in 2023. No, we didn't play them. We played them at home in 2023. 2022. That bout killed me. I remember that one.
Tommy threw the pass of a lifetime to Taco.
Yeah. Young freshman Taco.
And now, Bobcat fans, it's time for F&F Fashion Watch, brought to you by Foley and Fisher, the only two that seem to really care what Brent Vegan is wearing at his press conference.
Thank you, Russell. Coach wore a slate gray suit, a off-white window paint check shirt, and a solid navy tie. No pocket square, no baloney.
I don't know what to say half the time. I can't add any commentary to this.
Well, there's no need to add any commentary. Okay. It's just delicious to listen to me read off what Coach is wearing each week.
It's a word.
Delicious.
It's a word.
Coach said we handled our preparation well throughout the week. He kept coming back to it as kind of a main point that Montana State had an epic week of preparation, apparently. And he said the young guys are starting to learn the importance of the day-to-day. We felt good to play well, he said. He mentioned NAU. He talked about them a little bit. He said that they're a team who has learned how to win and that they're investing in winning. So that was about kind of like the gist of what he was getting into. We talked a little bit about Kenny Iden. There's some news right there. Kenny Iden made the William V. Campbell Trophy semifinalist, and which follows in the footsteps of Troy Anderson in 2021 and Brody Grebe last year. So that's considered kind of the academic Heisman. He's carried a 3.5 GPA in his college career. He's going on to get his master's degree right now. So that's pretty cool. What would you guess that Iden is majoring in?
Molecular biology.
You'd be wrong.
Civil engineering.
You would also be wrong. I'll have to get back to you because I thought I had it.
Maybe we are wrong.
Stuff.
I thought it said something like finance or something. Anyways, oh, there it is, an accounting degree in December. So we'll put a pin in that one. We'll get back to that. Tease it out. Don't have the thing. So yeah, there it is, man. Coach Vegan's presser. Pretty standard for him.
Did you get a gauge on how he feels at NAU? Sometimes you can pick up little things, like you can tell when he's confident in his own little vegan way.
I think one of the things I would say is I don't think I've ever seen Coach Vegan not confident. I think he is as confident as he's ever been. In my, parsing out his veganese, he's always, very complimentary to the programs. He gives them overpraise a lot of the time, and that's just his Midwest nice coming out. I think that's just who he is. He did mention Pennington a couple times. I think that's gonna be something we're gonna focus on. And I don't know. He didn't seem like overly effusive about them, but he didn't go out of his way to talk too much about them.
We'll talk plenty about them when we get to that. I'm excited too. Big game, boys.
It's one I've been worried about for a while, and I'm surprisingly less worried about it now, but we'll get to it.
All right.
Let's see if fully snarky about it this time.
Hey, we got to get into the top 25, though.
Okay, top 25.
Yeah, we skipped top 25. There was a little bit of shakeup in top 25. The biggest would be that Montana jumped us to number 4, and we dropped to number 5 after beating, which was a top 10 team in Idaho. They were number 8. Idaho dropped to 12. So Davis Davis moved up from 9 to 7. There you go. So Montana State, Davis, Idaho, Montana. Those are your top teams in the Big Sky. Northern Arizona's jumped up to number 13. So that's kind of a tasty matchup we got coming up.
So if we beat NAU on the road, do we hop back into 4? Are we just going to leapfrog each other for the rest of the year?
It could be. The votes were pretty close too, it looks like. So Montana had 1,217. We had 1,203 points, not votes, excuse me. So it was pretty close. The one thing that made me just kind of smile and feel good inside was Sacramento State dropped out of the top 25 after losing to the Cal Poly Mustangs on Saturday.
Stingers down. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
They made so many enemies this year. It's so funny. I'm just piling on. I don't even hate him, but it's fun to pile on him.
It's kind of crazy to see how far South Dakota has dropped. They were 17, now down to 21. I think at the very beginning of the season, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they like number 4?
They're like top 5, I'm pretty sure, right around there anyway.
Yeah. They don't deserve to be ranked right now. They haven't done anything.
So there's your top 25.
Woo.
Montana State, number 5, sitting out there 3-2.
Yeah, I think it's fair. We got leapfrogged. It's kind of frustrating when you blow out a team, but it is what it is. The Grizz had a good win.
So my power ranking would be Montana State, the Grizzlies, Idaho, UC Davis, and AU. I don't think that's too controversial.
No, I think I'd agree.
I still have the Grizz ahead of us, I think, at this point.
So I went and talked to Mr. Krotzer today because he was at Washington Grizzlies Stadium. I kind of just wanted to get his feel about the Grizzlies real quick. And he's like, they're not that good. He's like, they're good, but they're not that good. And he goes, where they're not that good is their lines. He goes, he wasn't overly impressed with their defensive and offensive lines.
Well, they're making it work regardless. Does that just mean Idaho's lines are bad?
I think Idaho is, yeah.
He's
like, they're not great. He said, they're okay. They're not great.
Interesting food for thought.
I think we're eyeing down the face of Cats and Grizz aren't going to probably lose a game the rest of the way, and it'll be for the conference, and we got to go play them in their stupid stadium and hopefully not poop the bed. But
you think we probably will?
Yeah, I gotta see it before I believe.
Yeah, well, let's not speak that into existence just yet.
No,
that one's on your
a lot of football left to be played.
I know,
we're 1-0 in conference.
Hey, we're 1-0 every week, man.
Then we've only played one conference game. It's a long ways to go.
On 1-0.
All right, let's get into the stats.
All right.
Cooking.
You got this one, Zach? Who's got the... Foley had a good one.
I forgot it already.
Hang on, I had a fun stat. All right, this is midway through the second quarter. Montana State, 161 total yards. Eastern Washington, minus 33 yards.
That was pretty awesome. I saw the snapshot of it.
Montana State, 129 passing yards, 32 rushing yards. Eastern, 7 passing yards, negative 40 rushing yards. Negative 40.
It was so lopsided there for a minute. Unbelievable.
They were 1 for 5.
Yeah.
They were 1 for 5 on third down. We were 2 for 3.
Yeah.
I remember what yours was fully.
Okay, go.
Anyway, so the stats segment was what I was trying to ask you, Zach, to give us a funny read. Stats is sponsored by Pronghorn Wealth. If you haven't looked,
I gave you the read already.
As your company's 401k, since the last time you were nervous about going to the Walk-Up Skydome, reach out to Kendall at the Pronghorn Wealth to benchmark your current plan fees. Visit pronghornwealth.com today to get started. That's what you said, right? Fully something along those lines.
Yeah, if you haven't, from the last time you could breathe easy at the Walk-Up Skydome.
Yes. There we go. But I appreciate those hard-hitting stats, Zach. It was good stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Zach.
So, all right.
Deliver a
Bobcats
fun one every week.
take care of Eastern Washington Eagles, who is on everybody's not a favorite team list. 57-3 and homecoming on a gorgeous Bozeman day in front of 22,000 Bobcat faithful. Bobcats 25 first downs to the Eagles 14. The Cats go 8 of 14 on third down and one of one on fourth down, which would be the field goal fake, I guess. Third down, the Eagles were 4 of 16. The Cats continue to be very good on third down defense. We need to talk about that at some point. And then the Eagles also 1 of 3 on fourth down. Cats rolled up 580 yards of total offense, including 287 through the air on 15 of 25 passing for 11.5 yards per pass with 1 interception thrown. I didn't watch the second half. Was it Patrick Duchesne who threw an interception?
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw a bad one that was almost
I
a
heard it
pick
was
six.
bad. Yeah. 293 yards on the ground for the Cats on 44 attempts for 6.7 yards per rush. Just 2 penalties for the Cats, just 3 penalties for the Eagles. And the Eagles had only 231 yards of total offense. You heard how bad it was for the first half, for the first quarter. They did manage 124 through the air on 15 of 31 attempts for 4.0 yards per pass. That's awful. 107 yards on the ground on 34 carries for 3.1 yards per carry, which is also awful. Each team turned the ball over once, and the Cats won the time possession battle 32 minutes and 6 seconds to 27 minutes and 54 seconds.
Punt. Eastern punted 8 times for 254 yards. We punted 2 times for 76. Eastern only kicked off twice, guys, for 130 yards. We kicked off 10 times for 643. Although they did beat us in sacks. They had 3 sacks against us for 11 yards. We only had 1 sack, minus 14. All right. Individual stats, Justin Lamson was 13 for 20 for 273 touchdowns. He had 9 carries for 29 with a long of 16. Pretty awesome day for Justin. Patty Ice was 1 for 4 for 14 yards and an interception. And Chance Wilson was 1 for 1 for 34 yards. And he had 1 carry for 32 yards. Excuse me, he was 1 for 1 for 3 yards. Again, I can't read my own handwriting. That Y looks like a 4 right there. But he did scamper for a nice touchdown. He looked like a young deer just galloping across the green into the blue. It was beautiful. We need to get that guy the ball more. He needs to be a gadget player. Coach Fegan did talk about that a little bit. Adam Jones had himself a better day. 10 touches, 72 yards, 2 touchdowns with a long of 37. So kind of doubled his production from the last couple of weeks. Colson Kuhn, 6 touches for 71 with a long of 54 and 1 touchdown. Colby Frocker, he had 1 carry for 26 yards and 1 touchdown. You know, it's interesting when I'm talking about our punter over Juice Davis, who only had 7 touches for 24 yards. I'm not sure Juice was feeling all that good on Saturday. I'm just going to put it as that. Taco had 3 catches for 64 yards. He had a touchdown. And he had 2 carries for 21. Ryan King had 1 catch for 52 yards. Hunter Provience had 1 catch for 43 yards, which was a sweet touchdown. Boys, he's our biggest tight end and has the best wheels out there. He's fast. Need to get that guy the ball. Chris Long continues to be kind of a clutch receiver. He only had 2 catches. Both of them were awesome for 32 yards with a long of 25. Jabez Woods had a sweet touchdown, and that was his only catch. It was a 28-yard strike. Jordan Reed had 1 catch for 14 yards. So that he got on the stat sheet his first catch in his Bobcat career. Miles Sandstead had an iffy day. He was 1 for 2 for a 43-yard field goal. Other one was blocked, and then he went 6 for 8 on his extra points. Doink, doink. Bryce Grebe led the team in tackles. He had 4 solo, 5 total. Coulter Petrie had 5 total. Coltrane Taylor, Great Falls' finest, had 5 total with 1 tackle for a loss. Dakari Carr logged 4 total with 1 forced fumble and 1 pass breakup. Dom Solano had 3 total with 1 forced fumble. So Dakari Carr and Dom teamed up on that one. Hunter Parsons, I think, had probably his best game. He had 2 total, but his sack for 14 yards, I just think he was disruptive. And moving over to the Eagles, Jared Taylor was 5 for 12 for 59 yards, and he had 11 carries for 26 yards. Yuck. Jake Schenkel, I can't read my handwriting. There it is. 7 for 10. That he was the backup quarterback in the second half. He completed 46 yards, and Nate Bell, their other main featured quarterback, was 3 for 9 for 19 yards and had 13 carries for 56 yards. That's a lot of stats, but there they are. Whew.
Their punter had an average of his 8 punts was 32 yards was the average. That is not good.
I mean, the stat sheets were full this week. There was so many guys getting touches and carries and touchdowns. It's fun to read that, man. It is. It really is.
Do you run a fake punt up 30-3? Or 36-3 or whatever it was? Are you guys in favor of that?
Yep. It's the Eagles. Yep. Running down their throats, man.
No mercy, step on the neck.
No. There never will be.
I feel it was also necessary after last week. I can't imagine anybody was real thrilled with how that kind of played out. So it kind of felt good just to kind of exercise some demons.
Yeah.
Zach, think about how many times these guys have kicked our butts, and think also too, this bleeds over into basketball. How many times has the Eastern just whooped us in basketball?
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah, man. No. Don't feel bad about running
it up a little bit on the Eagles.
No. It wasn't the nicest thing to do, but hey, it's a grown man's game, sort of.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm the one who was saying last week style points matter, so.
57-3 is lost style points. That lost us a ranking.
It lost us a ranking.
I didn't think twice about it, and now that you mention it,
backwards in the ranking.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit surprising, but I didn't think twice about it when I saw it. I was like, heck yeah, fist pump, high five my son. It's like that's how you do it. Oh man, I might debut an analogy tonight about our offense in. I'm not sure it's going to hit well, boys.
Let's try it.
You talked about last time.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's go.
Teased it.
Oh, gosh.
Never a better time than the present.
Okay. All right.
He's stroking his mullet for those people who can't watch.
All right.
Nerves. He's very nervous.
All right. So, Bill. All right. So this is a story about Bill. We know Bill. Bill's a good guy. Bill likes meatloaf on Mondays, pot roast on Tuesdays. And, throughout the week, very predictable. He might get a little bit spicy on Fridays. Like if Bill grew up in Great Falls, Montana, he would go out to Burger Master, maybe some taco treat on Fridays. But Bill is very predictable. And he's a good guy though. And he likes what he likes, and that's Bill. And Bill has his son, okay? His son goes off to college, and his son is very much like Bill. So let's say that his son is lucky enough to go to Montana State, and, he ends up living off campus maybe his junior year. Maybe he's got a condo, a house that he's teamed up with a couple guys out in Hunter's Way. And one of his roommates is from, let's say Thailand or something like that. So, they start making meals, and Bill's son is like, yeah, I got you, man. His mom sends him to college with a slow cooker, and Bill's son is he brings out the slow cooker and cooks gets a couple cans of cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, and, puts the chicken cutlets in there and crunches some rich crackers in there and lets that thing cook all day. And, everybody eats good at night, and they got themselves, some mashed potatoes to put it over with, and it's good. But And Bill's son feels good. Everybody loves it. But Bill's son's roommate, this kid from Thailand, comes in and cooks some rice and cooks some curry one day, like yellow curry. And it kind of wakens up Bill's son. He's like, oh my gosh, what is this? At first he's hesitant, right? But he ends up liking it, and it becomes kind of a mainstay in the household because, everybody takes turns cooking, and all of a sudden Bill's son gets pretty good at cooking curry too. And it's just part of his meal. So fast forward, let's say it's Christmas time. Bill's son goes home. Bill's wife is, out of commission or something. It's Monday, and Bill's expecting meatloaf. Well, here goes. And Bill's like, man, what's going to happen? I'm like, we normally eat meatloaf Mondays. And Bill's son goes, you know what, Dad, I got it. Don't worry about it. So he hops down over to 2J's, gets some jasmine rice, gets some yellow curry paste, and gets some, onions and tomato or potatoes. Comes home and cooks some curry for Bill. At first, Bill sees this, he smells it, he's like, what is this? He's not used to it. He might even be resistant to it at first. He eats it, and he's like, maybe Bill doesn't even know what to think about it. And his son is pretty proud because he's like, hey, Dad, here's some new stuff. So the meal finishes. Not much was said. Bill eats the curry. He puts it over rice. He thought that was weird. He doesn't ever eat rice in the first place. And then they got, bits of leftovers. And so Bill's son puts them in these little pots, little, lunch dishes, Tupperware, puts them in the refrigerator. A couple days go past, and Bill's son was like, oh yeah, I forgot about the curry in the refrigerator. So he goes, gets it. It's gone. Bill ate it. Bill couldn't stop thinking about that curry. Got him up at night. He thought it was good. So he started sneaking curry. He kind of liked the curry, in fact. It's almost time to go home. It's almost time to go back to Bozeman for Bill's son. Bill wants to take him out to dinner. And Bill goes, how about let's get some Thai food tonight, guys? And so that's my analogy. I think our offense is like Thai food to Bill. And most of us Montana State Bobcat fans are like Bill. We are used to the meat and potatoes. We're used to Meatloaf Monday, rushing for 400 yards a game. And this curry that we're eating right now, sprinkled in with our passing game, a balanced passing game. Heck, we didn't even get 100 yards until probably like the second half. And we're not used to that. But now, I think some of these Bobcat fans might be going, I kind of like it. And we might just be eating curry and liking it the rest of the season, boys.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Foley, for sharing.
That's quite the story. That
I need to chew on that. I need to chew on that a little bit.
I see what you're getting at. I do see what you're getting at. And I've made a much weaker version point of that on Bobcat Nations. Like, we're just so used to seeing one thing that what we're seeing now is almost like offensive to some people. Like, there's so many people that are like, this isn't what we're used to. The Tommy Malot's not back there. Well, Tommy Malott, it's not like we benched Tommy to play Justin Lanson. It's not how it worked. So I don't know. I agree with your point. I agree with the overall point of things are different, and that's not always a bad thing. But we can have Meatloaf Mondays, and we can have Thai Tuesdays.
We can have Taco Tuesdays on Saturdays.
We can have Taco Tuesdays on Saturdays, Ben.
My analogy I thought of, and it's not going to take that long. This is more. Sorry, mine was. Okay, you're a pitcher. You're in the major leagues, and you've just been throwing gas for years. You got 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and that's what you're known for. You're a fastball pitcher that goes 7 innings, and you're getting a little bit up there in your career. Maybe you have a Tommy John surgery, maybe you have a couple surgeries, and the fastball just ain't what it used to be. It's 94 now. It's 93. So you look at developing a wicked curveball and a slider. And your strikeout rate is staying about the same, and you're maybe going 5 innings instead of 7. But you're expanding it, but your fastball is still there, and you can still use it. It's just not 100 miles an hour anymore. But you've developed a pretty nice slider and a pretty nice curveball to go with it.
So we're an old washed-up pitcher. Is that the analogy I'm hearing here?
Got to develop different skills. Hey, if the run game isn't what it used to be, you got to have a curveball and you got to have a good slider too to go with it.
What about, I'm going to make this up on the fly since we're all doing analogies.
I was in story mode. I almost closed my eyes and just went there with
I was going to be
voice.
real bad because I'm thinking about this with zero thought before I start talking. Like you're a real tall 6th grader and playing basketball, and you can kind of just power your way to the hoop. And by the time you get to high school, everyone's caught up with you. And now you got to be crafty. You still got the power moves, but everyone else is tall too. Now you got to be sneaky. Now you got to expand your game. Now you got to shoot from 3, but you also got those inside moves. Got to get that full game developed.
Say green curry too. That's my favorite. I love Thai food.
But see, like the cool thing about the curry though is like for Bill, it still has onions and potatoes, and that's Bill's wheelhouse.
Okay,
And that could be our run game, but it's just a little bit more spicy, a little bit more dynamic with the passing game.
I thought I was talking about Bill Lamberty for like 2 minutes.
No, Bill's from Great Falls.
Yeah,
Bill's like our dads,
the generic Bill.
Yeah, he's Bill.
Speaking of Bill,
He thinks like real Mexican food is 2 tacos and a plate of cheese fries from Taco Treat.
And it is. Damn it.
Hey, I was going to
authentic.
say, speaking of Bill, I got your lawyer's cease and desist letter in the mail. I am no longer running the Temu RnR.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Speaking of that, I actually looked at some. I did a little Google research on the Golden Coolie. I think Bic used to own the name. I don't think they own it anymore. So if we want to call them koozies, we could call them koozies. But
You did not consult the lawyers before making this statement.
that ship has sailed.
How dare you? How dare you?
You're 42 minutes into the episode.
Yeah, this might be the most off the rails episode we've ever had.
Yeah.
We've barely talked Eastern football. We just spent
What is there to
dissing
talk
Eastern
about
Washington.
that game, though?
Well, see, Thorny, I think you and I did a good job on the instant reaction show.
Yeah.
Got a couple of text messages. People really like those.
Yeah,
Short
but you
and
can't
to the
assume
point.
everyone listens to both of those, though.
Yeah.
You
That's
kind of
a good
got
point.
to do some new, you got to repeat some things.
All right. What do you guys think about the offensive line? Here, I'll give you guys a little question to chew on. So they ran out, let's see, who was at left guard? Braden Zimmer, or excuse me, left tackle Zimmer. So it went left to right, Zimmer, Mastel, Reed, Titan, and Cedric Jefferson. You guys good with that one?
Did it stay that way the whole game?
I think it did.
And what was that last week at Mercyhurst? Was that first half or second half lineup?
Ooh,
Or was it none of the
one?
above?
Yeah, wasn't ready for that one. Sorry.
We've been shuffling so much, and I haven't really kept track of. But did it seem to solidify a little bit?
I think
thought
it did, yeah.
I thought the run block was still kind of bleh.
Hey, I got to give you my Bobby Houck of the week. Lamson's got to learn how to get rid of the football when he's scrambling. He's got to throw that thing 10 yards out of bounds, and he's looking to run and when there's nowhere to go, and he's taking a 5-yard loss. And there was a couple times I thought he took us out of field goal range, and I was like, dude, what are you doing? You are out of the pocket. Don't go down, throw the ball out of bounds. He's got to learn to get rid of the ball.
It was really bad when he did that. It was like, throw it away.
I can't remember if you guys mentioned that or not, but it was infuriating me.
We just quarterbacks at Montana State don't throw the ball away. Tommy Lott didn't. Troy Anderson sure as hell didn't. We don't do that here.
I want you to put the ball in the second row of these stands.
You either score a touchdown or you get sacked. You don't throw the ball. You just don't. I agree with you. I'm not just joking.
That was so frustrating.
That's historically not what we've done. It's been a long time since the quarterback got rid of the ball. Like
Throwing the ball away is for cowards. Real man takes a sack.
The last quarterback who probably did that was Tyler Brugman.
Captain goes down with his ship.
No offense to Tyler Brugman.
Taking
I don't know.
strays.
I mean, yeah, there's not a lot to talk about. I guess we're still talking about the offensive line a little bit. I thought the pass blocking was really good. I thought Eastern's defensive line was pretty bad.
Yeah. I thought Eastern's
small.
offensive game plan was incredibly predictable, and like every one of their third downs, it was like it's going to be a quarterback run up the middle, and that's exactly what it was. They couldn't throw the ball down the field. When they tried to stretch the field out, they had no arm strength, and we stacked the box. And good luck trying to run on that defensive line.
Oh,
how good is our defense, boys? Let's talk about that.
Elite.
10 points in 2 games, or in 3 games.
Somebody asked us to revisit the defensive line question we posed. Yeah, Roger Fisher. In an earlier episode, Common Cat said that he thought the year's D-line would be better than last year. Celtic Cat said he would have to see it to believe it. Can you both revisit your thoughts on the D-line now that we're 5 games in? I think I believe it. I was skeptical that the line would be as good as they had been. And I thought the first couple games that they weren't. But they've really come together, and they've proven me wrong, I guess, on that. They're better than I thought they would be, and they're better than they were last year. They're playing at an elite level right now.
Defensive line keep us in just about any game with any FCS team, in my opinion.
I think every level that we have, all 3 levels, are better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah. Secondary's been a nice surprise, too.
A nice surprise. The linebackers, I thought, were a nice surprise. Cole Taylor is this breakout player right now.
Buy or sell, that guy wins $1.
If he stays in Montana State, yes.
It's great false, kids.
That's what we got to say nowadays.
Yeah.
I think he's got the skill set.
Do you think so? I mean, he's got the speed and the size for sure.
He's a freshman, right?
Yeah.
I just don't think Montana State's defensive identity allows for.
Yeah, he's not going to get the stats.
No, they're not going to flow it to him like the Grizzlies did when Dante Olson was the Buck winner. Who's splashed to me? Hunter Parsons. I mentioned him early in the pod.
He's getting better and better.
Yeah. He's a guy that's waited his turn. Like, he's behind Brody Grebe his whole career, and now he's I think he's a senior. He might not be, but he's up there. It's just a character guy, and now he's a dude. Love it.
No, he looks good out there. He's fast. He can track down running backs and get after the quarterback. I love it.
He had such a good hurry on one of the quarterbacks. I don't know which one it was, but he chased him into the backfield and he threw up his arms real quick, and then he's like, "Oh no!" And then he chased him down, and it was just such a headsy play on him, and he just seems to be making those. He just pops to me. So good on him. I haven't seen much of Zach Cruz this year. He hasn't lit up the stat sheet.
No, you see him chasing the quarterback around though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we keep track of QB hurries at this level, but he'd have a handful of QB hurries. But I think the defensive line. I think it's a testament to where we are that Zach Cruz isn't having to produce like that. I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
Teams don't drop back on us very much.
Yeah, I mean,
it just is their quarterbacks aren't going back and wait for plays to develop with us because they don't have the time. They know the game plan is we can't sit back and let a quarterback go through progressions because he's going to get nailed. So they come in and they don't do it.
And the secondary is covering well enough to back that up too.
The last team I can remember doing that was Idaho.
Yeah.
And we took out one of their quarterbacks and made their other one pay pretty bad. Oh, man.
We only have 9 sacks on the year. We're 6th in the conference.
I saw that today.
Sac State is 22 sacks.
Isn't that wild?
That's bonkers.
Unreal.
The next closest is 13 with Idaho State. I remember Jeff Choate always wanted to get at 40 sacks. That was like a benchmark for him. So Sac State's already at 22. 5 games in.
12 of those sacks for Idaho State came against Lincoln in California.
Yeah, I guess that
Good
Idaho
old
State shouldn't
Oaklanders.
count. Those stats shouldn't count.
You're right, Thorny. Those stats should not count. those don't count.
If it's not at least in D2 school, don't count them.
You know what my favorite part of this game was when I knew this was like completely in hand? I think Ty Gregorak is becoming so fun to listen to. His commentary is just great. It's almost like an inside joke with Ben the whole time.
He's becoming
and he's
cult
just doing
hero.
sayings. Yeah, he is. Yeah, a little bit. He even did like, God forbid, this like, oh gosh. So the bane of my existence as a middle school math teacher. I think Eastern had 67 rushing yards. He's like, they got like 6, 7 rushing yards. Ben was like, I could just see Ben like, I could, picture him in my brain. Just Ben giving him the look like, what the heck are you talking about? He's so good, dude. Like, he's so good. He's coming into his own for sure.
Yeah. He's a cult Bobcat hero.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't love it.
He was saying he deserves some NIL. He's like, people are wearing my sayings on shirts now.
Fair enough.
What he does is a Taco Tuesday on a Saturday, Ben. I love it. He's so
Sunburst,
good.
Montana, Ben.
I kind of cringe at the Taco Tuesday on a Saturday thing now. I'm like, oh, come on.
Speaking of,
Can't keep doing
the amount of kids that wear taco like hats that are like foam tacos.
I love the Taco NIL stuff. I'm tired of the Taco Tuesday on a Saturday thing.
It's still good though, Tony.
It's not.
That sparked the defensive coordinator observation. I was devastated when Bobby Daly left. I think Hal was even better.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It took a few games to kind of get things going, I think.
I think the defense has legitimately flown to the ball better. We swarm better and we tackle better. I feel like we're more aggressive overall.
I think a lot of that's this secondary is just getting up there and mixing it up. Those guys are physical and they fly to the ball. I don't know, man. You're right.
That's my biggest concern.
We are flying to the ball and swarming.
And they've been lights out.
There's hardly any big plays given up against the Cats all year. Outside of Oregon, we're going to just throw.
That doesn't count.
It doesn't count. It didn't even happen.
That's our Lincoln of California.
That's basically us playing like an NFL team, like whatever.
I mean, did you see what they did to Penn State?
I did watch that game. That was pretty exciting. At least, the last quarter was exciting. Before that was pretty exciting. Oregon's for real. You don't go into Penn State and win too easily. The Grizz have 5 sacks on the year. They're last in the conference. That's not Grizzly-like.
It's barely like them.
It's barely like them. Good pun.
Thanks.
And Idaho State has only given up 1 sack all year. Also impressive.
All right. Anything else to say about Eastern?
Yes. Yes, sir. Staring into the stat sheet. I don't know. Really nothing else to say, I guess, on this one. I feel like we didn't really talk much about it, but in these games where it just gets out of hand so fast, it's more about like what it means and how you feel about like the trajectory of the game and the program than it is talking X's and O's in the game.
We'll say I did like Chance Wilson's touchdown at the end.
So I need to go back and rewatch the second half still. I want to see some of this stuff.
Pulled away from a guy and just took it 40 yards to the house.
Do you think Adam Jones got back on track a little?
Yeah. I think jury's still out, but yeah.
He was our leading rusher.
I still contend he does better on the outside zone than the inside zone. I think as a team, we block better on the outside zone. Chance Wilson, after his touchdown, which I was just stoked for, he came back and you could tell he was just letting out rage on the sideline. he was just let it out. It's just flowing for him. He was stoked.
You gotta figure out creative ways to get him involved somehow. There's gotta be some packages we could have a running back, and then also Lamson and Wilson like all in the backfield at the same time or something.
But you can't just bring him in and be like, "Oh yeah, he's coming in. There he is, number
It's a decoy."
15.
Then half the time, it's either gonna be to him or everyone's gonna key on him. It's gonna be win-win.
Yeah.
Ryan Thornburg, offensive coordinator.
No, an offensive
The
guru.
diamond formation with Chance Wilson in there.
I love the diamond formation.
I know you do.
I like 13 personnel. I think that's my new favorite offensive set. 3 tight ends, big men to do big things.
Diamond formation with Adam Jones, Chance Wilson, Colby Frocker.
Ooh.
We're going to throw a touchdown. We might punt it. You never know what we're going to do.
Frocker's a good athlete. He could run.
He's got some wheels.
Yeah. Apparently, he was like a 4-sport athlete. Played safety in high school. Coach Vegan said
6'3", 184.
Yeah, he's a dude.
He
Put him
hauled
back
to the
there.
end zone.
My diamond formation.
All right, let's get into the game preview for NAU, Thorny.
All right. Game preview is brought to you by Madison River Brewing. Crack open Montana with Madison River Brewing. Inspired by the rivers we fish and the places we love, our beers are brewed for adventure, for friends, and for stories worth telling. Find Madison River Brewing wherever great beer is sold, or come straight to the source in our tap room on Frontage Road in Belgrade. Madison River Brewery, the Montana beer. The Lumberjacks, boys. Flagstaff, walk up Skydome. Who's all been there?
I have not been there for a game, but I have been inside it.
I've been there for a game when I lived in Phoenix in the late 80s to see the Grizz play. There you go. Random Ryan Thornburg.
Very
Stat.
random. I will be there on Saturday, though, boys. So first time going to a game there.
Nice. I'm excited for you. You gonna get a press pass?
I don't know if I will or not. I haven't thought about that. I'm hoping it's actually pretty full. It sounds like they've had decent crowds there this year.
Yeah, you should try and sit in the crowd. I think it'd be fun.
Sitting among the people.
Yes, with the plebs.
Man of the people.
How are we feeling about this one?
I feel better than I have the last couple weeks.
Oh, NAU keeps winning, but what we did to Eastern Washington gave me a lot of confidence that we kind of awoke the beast a little bit after the Mercyhurst blah fest.
They laid an egg against Portland State.
Yeah, let's recap what NAU has done. They lost to, at the time, number 11 Arizona State 38-19. Again, at one point it was 24-13 ASU before Arizona State scored like 2 straight touchdowns, and then NAU scored a garbage touchdown to make it closer at the end. But a respectable score nonetheless. They beat Utah Tech 38-31. They beat Southern Utah 52-49 in an absolute ridiculous game. That was a 2-point conversion there at the end. Incarnate Word, they beat 31-23 at home. And then at Portland State, just 31-17 was a pretty lackluster game. I mean, it's Portland State, right? And it was 24-17 into the fourth quarter until NAU finally scored the final touchdown to make it 31-17. So, as everyone should know by now, if you pay attention to the Big Sky, Ty Pennington is their quarterback, who's got 1,347 yards on the year, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. Is completing 62.5% of his passes, and a rating of 155.2. So this is probably the best quarterback the Cats will have seen. Chase Mason is a really good quarterback in his own right, and again, I guess FCS quarterback. We won't include Oregon's quarterback, but he's going to throw the ball. He's going to air the ball out. He doesn't make mistakes, and he's going to be a real big test for the Bobcat secondary and the passing defense.
Interesting stat: the combined records of the FCS opponents is 3-15 that they've beat.
Woof.
And they weren't all that convincing of wins.
Portland State put 17 on them.
But
At
they're
one
winning.
point, they were mucking it up.
It's like Vegan said, they're learning how to win. Even if you're beating Southern Utah by 3 points at Southern Utah, that's still a game maybe you don't win 2 years ago.
Yeah, so that's the bigger concern. And I think Coach Wright, former Bobcat coach himself, is doing a good job over there. When a team learns how to win, that can't be understated.
I'm curious how our defense is going to travel.
What's that?
I'm curious how our defense is going to travel because it's easy. It's not easy, but it's easier to play when you've got 22,000 making noise, getting a little more jacked.
Oh, man.
I'm curious to see how our defense travels. I'm sure they will, but.
Last time we were there in 2023.
We couldn't stop them.
No, 2022. RJ Martinez had 34 completions out of 46 attempts for 452 yards, 3 touchdowns. Oh my gosh, he almost passed for 450 yards on us. That is wild.
We got Willie Macked.
Ooh, was Willie Mack our defensive coordinator? Yeah, he was. That was his first year. Yeah.
Gosh, that was like a weird blip in Montana State defense history. Every other defense we've had since Rob Ash, at least, or even the mid Rob Ash era, because the beginning was good. It's pretty solid defense all the way back to Kramer. And then, just the kind of Willie Mack experiment didn't work out real well. They played so soft.
Tommy Malott went 13 for 29 for 179. Long of
13
64.
for 29. It's not great.
Coy Steele had a pass that game for 12 yards. That's kind of crazy. I can't remember that one.
Dane Steele's been coming on.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. Yeah. Well, the guys I thought would step up in the wide receiver room, Dane Steele wasn't really on my radar.
He's made some special teams plays. That's how you get yourself in the ball game. Make some special teams plays.
Yeah.
And then get open and catch the ball when you're in the game too, because there's guys that play a lot more than him who don't produce at all.
Nope.
That's when you're parsing out some veganese, you can kind of pick up on that. Exactly what Zach said. Like, if you want to make a splash on our team, you start on special teams. Well, I'm not too worried about this game. I know I should be. I probably will take 3 walks, like you guys said. Zach, you've been the guy that's bearing that flag. But, guys, I guess I'm just at the point right now where we win. Like, we're just a freaking good team. Like, we have great depth, better depth than I've ever seen before. Better than NAU that has. And I don't know why people call like NAU the House of Horrors. I don't get it. Like, I think people are more worried about the history than they should actually be about this game.
I think it's hard to shake history. It's kind of like the Eastern thing. You want to put the foot on the neck every time we play Eastern. It's a history thing.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I was listening to different podcasts today. Like, so the Cincinnati Reds are in the playoffs, and they haven't won a playoff series since 1995. And it was the same with the Bengals long ago, until they beat the Raiders, and then became a nothing. And then it was just like, you just got to just go do it. It's not like we're not winning against these guys. We're 5-5 the last 10 meetings with these guys, which is kind of weird to be honest with you a little bit. But I'm not worried about it like you guys are.
Stop lumping everything in. Gosh, you're making such broad generalizations. Well, let me read all since 2008, the scores in Flagstaff for the Cats.
I just pulled them up too, but go ahead.
Yeah. So 2008, we won 25-23. In 2010, McGee's, that was the infamous losing 7-34 in Flagstaff. In 2015, we lost 41-49. In 2017, we lost 36-37. And then that brings us to 2022 when we won Tommy Mott's late game heroics 41-38. We've historically not done well in Flagstaff. I don't know. You pick and choose your history. This is a history. This is teams have a hard time in Flagstaff. It's a hard place to win.
It's a weird place to win.
I'm not scared, so don't go throwing words in my mouth about being scared to play this game. I think the Cats can win this by 2 scores. But there's a lot of history with performing poorly in Flagstaff. This is missing something. Where's that 63-7 Lule whoop down? Was that 2004? It must have been like 2004. Right before that thing starts on the MSU's website.
Pretty sure that was on Halloween night.
But yeah, it's been a tough place for the Cats to play. We've only won twice there, but we haven't played that many games there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games since 2008. That's a weird stat too. Yeah.
Take them down.
I do think we will win. I think I think we have too much depth. I think it'll be a fight though.
Them.
It's going to be a fight.
If it's close at halftime, it's not close at the end.
Do you think they have like a chainsaw thing like Oregon State does when they convert a 3rd down? Or
I'm sure they're going to have some dumbass turnover chainsaw or something like that. We'll see.
They do something with like chopping and axes. I'm not entirely sure what it is, though. I don't remember.
Buy or sell, we beat these guys by more than 14. 14, put it at 13.5.
Hold that because I have my Lions here tonight.
All right, let's get to it. Thorny, what do you want to see on these guys? I know you did a lot more research on NAU. I saw your post on Bobcat Nation.
I just think they're better than you might think they are. I don't remember what I put on Bobcat Nation exactly, but they're like 8th in the Massey strength or ratings, and they're like 13th in the strength of schedule. Even though you don't want to say their teams are a combined 3 or 13 or whatever, they're still pretty high strength of schedule according to the Massey rankings. And they've performed well, and they got a quarterback who can sling it around, and the Cats haven't faced a guy who can pass the ball as well as I think Pennington did. And Mercier's quarterback could throw the ball a little bit, and they gave us fits. Like if they can dink and dunk all game and they stay on the field like Mercyhurst did, it's going to be a battle.
Yeah, that could be a battle. And then maybe the defensive gets winded because of the elevation and whatnot.
If the Cats only get 5 possessions, we lose.
Yeah. It's the playbook to beat us.
So weird. Yeah. Because
then send more pressure. Stop sending 4. Don't be stubborn.
Yeah, I think we'll have a different game plan. We won't let NAU do that to us.
Coach Vegan actually talked about that a little bit today. He's like, we didn't respond well enough to down and distance against Mercyhurst. Yep. I think that was his Veganese way of saying we should have sent some pressure sometimes.
I got to keep them off their rhythm too. You got to keep them off schedule. They can't give them 3rd and 3s all day long.
Yeah.
Although the Cats are very good on 3rd down. We got to be like one of the top 5 in the country, right?
We have to be able to matriculate the ball down the field. I think that's the big kind of takeaway for me is maybe like it's not necessarily keeping them off schedule as keeping us on schedule. We can't get behind on 1st down. If we take a deep shot on 1st down, we better not get 3 yards on a run and then be like 3rd and 7. That seems to be our kind of bad
frustrating.
Zone. Yeah.
It's been that bad Ty Curry.
Yeah. That's been the bad Curry for sure.
It's the one that you run to the bathroom 20 minutes later and you're in there for an hour.
But we have been successful when we have good chunk yards on 1st down. And it's been something as simple as like a tight end leak, a little quick slant, something like that, where you're like, okay, 5-6 yards, and then we're ahead of schedule. But then we do that. And this is the thing that was Sturbick that's been kind of like a little bit kind of frustrating a little bit. Like I think we should take shot plays here and there, but put them on 2nd down rather than 1st down for me, because it seems like it's been predictable that we'll matriculate. We'll be like, okay, just taking chunks, and then all of a sudden first down. And until last game, Lamson hadn't been that great with his deep ball, and so kind of puts us behind. So when we go like if we're in 2nd and 10, we tend to go to the run on 2nd and 10 if I'm self scouting on that, and that's been kind of a mixed bag for us.
Yeah, I don't know what to think. Do you think the scattering report is out on us offensively?
I mean, maybe, but I think Sturbick's not the guy who's just gonna be like, "Oh, that's who we are." Yeah. I think our offense is continuing to be more dynamic week after week. That's been something I've said this whole season is I think our ceiling for our offense is higher than it was last year. I think we're just starting to scratch what we can see. I think Lamson is continuing to be a dude, and he's getting just better and better each week. With him, our offense will go.
I think Eastern's the first team we've punished for defending us like we're going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah.
We finally made someone pay for loading the box and trying to stop the run. And now I think the whatever you say, we're harder to defend now.
Chris Long makes a big difference. His ability to stretch the field and go over the middle. He's a dude. Dane Steele, another guy.
He's like the possession receiver kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I like where the Cats offensively are. I still want to see the running game get better. Just the run blocking, I think, is really where it's still kind of too many times. Like a guy runs around the edge and just tracks down a running back behind the line of scrimmage. Like what is happening?
See, I think that's Zimmer. He's just learning. He's 5 games in.
It's all going to get better. Everything. Yeah. I think the ceiling has not even been reached close to offensively. The Lansman's getting better. The line is getting better. And the chemistry between the receivers and Lamson is getting better.
Yeah. Final thoughts on NAU?
Go put a whoop down on them.
Yeah, man. That's right.
We absolutely can.
Don't lean into history. Step into the role that you are now. Top freaking 5 team in the nation, and go just do what you do. Beat them down.
The top 15 ranked game on the road.
It's great that they've been winning and getting ranked, because that's gonna, if we beat them, then it helps us with our strength of schedule and our ranking posturing.
All right. I'm gonna shelf name that cat. It's pretty late. Give me Levier's Locks. How about that? Unless you guys want to play Name That Cat.
This will be quick because there's only 4 games this week.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
All right. After the last 2 weeks, I've started, since we were able to get full slates, I lead 13-4, and you guys are at 10-7 apiece.
Woof.
Whew. Still in the green for everybody, so nobody is below 500. Portland State travels to Eastern Washington. Eastern is -7.5 favorites.
Oh,
little tasty
Portland State
touchdown and a hook.
I'll take the Eagles to cover that.
I'm going Eags.
All right. You guys are both Eagles?
Yeah. Are you going Vikings?
I think service is Eagles all across the board. All right. Davis goes to Cal Poly as -2.5 point favorites.
I'm sorry, can you Cal Poly and who?
UC Davis goes to Cal Poly as -2.5 point favorites.
I think the Mustangs win.
Stangs are looking good. I took you guys last week.
I think Davis is a little overrated.
So you're just picking straight up winners.
I'm taking the points.
Win. So yes, they'll whatever they cover.
So you're taking Zach. You're taking Cal Poly to cover.
Think Cal Poly to cover.
Yeah, I'll take Cal Poly to cover as well.
All right. Well, to your point, I saw this line. I think it's a little high. I'm getting these from the FCS Sportsbook Reddit page because they're the only ones that have Monday lines. Montana goes to the Dome for Idaho State. Minus 19.5 point favorites. I'll lead us off. I think this is upset game. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, it's either going to be an upset or the Grizz are going to boat race them.
Yep.
Those are the two things that'll happen. I think the Grizz boat race them.
All right.
Although it's the first game outside Watt Grizz, right?
Yep.
They have not played on the road yet. Ooh.
Coming off a big rivalry win.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll take Idaho State to cover.
All
the Grizz will still win, but they're not going to win by 19. I changed my mind.
I'm going to take the Grizz.
That's probably
kind of high on them right now.
Yeah,
not that I want to be, but I just think I think IOT's they figured it out.
I don't know. If it was in Watt Grizz, I'd take the Grizz by 4.
So here's what I think about them real quick in a nutshell. I think they have elite offensive talent in the playmaker positions. I don't think their lines are great. And so I don't think Idaho State's lines are great either. So that's kind of a wash. So I'm taking their Montana's skill players over that to roll.
Very nice. All right. Your Montana State Bobcats travel to NAU. Cats are minus 7.5 favorites. Touchdown and a hook.
I'll take the Cats.
Yeah.
Over. I'm taking the Cats over.
Pretty much chalk besides Foley. Taking the Grizz.
I think we win by 21.
I think so too. I think that locker room's got a mindset of we're not effing around anymore. We're going out and we're going to beat the snot out of everybody we play.
Yeah. If Mercyhurst was a game where we were trying to figure out positions and rotations and all that stuff, Eastern's where we figured it out and solidified it.
Yeah. Yep. It's statement time.
Feel good rolling in.
Yep.
Statement time. No
Statement
more farting
time.
around.
No more farting around. There it is.
There it is.
Hey, he's going to take thorn dogs to the face.
Yeah, what was your thorn dog?
It had something to do with sprayed on cheese,
Red
Cheeto
Bull.
crumble, and being marinated in Red Bull. It was pretty in a warm pretzel bun or something.
It's a 1/4 pound Montana Wagyu beef dog, slow simmered in Red Bull, snuggled into a salted soft pretzel bun with swirls of cheddar, easy cheese, and sprinkled with dry crushed ramen that's been tossed in a spicy green chili seasoning.
See, that sounds delightful. Besides the cheese and the Red Bull.
Yeah, the Red Bull I don't know about. I've had Dr. Pepper's pretty heavily used in like pork and beans and stuff like that, or barbecue sauces. But Red Bull, would it be like sickly sweet? Would the hot dog be like neon colored?
Personally, don't like Cheese Whiz, but I like the idea of the long brick ball nights.
Cheese Whiz is. I was just talking about this with someone. Cheese Whiz it's been a minute. Spray it right in your mouth. Now I kind of want some Cheese Whiz.
Bacon flavored Cheese Whiz was always my favorite.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Thanks, Liquid Cat.
Yeah.
Liquid 360, excuse me.
That was great.
Let's see. Some Golden Coolie questions on the Bobcat Nation. I love the Golden Coolie thread, man. It's just like good banter anymore. Questions. Run the ball. Questions for this week's pod. How are you feeling about the run game now? Is Adams seeing the holes betters or O-line starting to gel? Who called the fake field goal? Vegan or Sturbick? Anyone else yelling "Run, Frocker, run"? Also, what happened to Caden? So let's go back. Is our running game starting to gel?
To be determined still for me.
Still, yeah.
A lot of our yardage was in garbage time or Frocker's 32-yard scamper or whatever it was. Or Wilson's 45-yard run. And that's like a third of our rushing yards was Wilson and Frocker.
Yeah.
2 runs.
That's the weird thing about this season is we played 2 hard games to start the year and then we played 3 cupcakes.
That's weird. I think NAU's defensive line is a pretty good defensive line as well. They got some mass up there, so it's going to be interesting.
It's
What
gonna
we
be a big
do.
step up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who called that fake field goal? Vegan or Sturbick?
Vegan.
Yeah.
That's a head coach's call.
Yeah. What happened in Caden? We heard he got sick. He just was under weather. So went puked, lost his chilies.
His curry.
Yeah.
His curry chili.
Let's see. Technocat says, so first off, Lamson had a really good game. I was happy to see him hitting those longer shots. My question is, you think that it is a concern he seems to get happy feet really quick if his first read isn't open?
I think that goes back to my point of throw the ball away.
I don't think he has a happy of feet.
No.
I haven't really.
He's stuck in the
that too
pocket.
much.
I think he's fine.
Maybe he has happy feet compared to like an NFL quarterback, but compared to like Tommy Olott, he's like a much better pocket presence.
He's a stalwart.
Yeah. So again, that goes back to the curry. What we're watching is a curry. What you're used to is, was it meatloaf?
Meatloaf. No, Tommy Malott would be a pasty. There he is. That's a beaut thing right there.
But yeah,
If
I don't think he
know.
has that happy feet. Maybe like I said, at least not comparative to what we've been seeing. I think he does pretty good back there.
Yeah. Blue and Gold Blitz says, did the end of the game create a QB2 controversy? Should Wilson or Duchesne be the number 2 in the RnR's opinion? I'm Team Wilson, man. I have been for a long time.
I think Duchesne runs the offense more like Lamson, so that's why he's the 2.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'm not sure it created a controversy so much as I want Wilson to be involved somehow in the offense, like in real time.
I'd agree with that.
Apparently, the same play that Wilson ran for the touchdown, chance scored. There was one for Duchesne. He just didn't take it. Confirmed by a couple people, including Vim. Let's see. In an early episode, you already talked about that. Roger Fisher, Bitterroot Bobcat. That would be Mike. If passing yards start consistently matching or exceeding running yards, what will happen to the Don Joy Run the Damn Ball t-shirts?
Are those still being like sold this year? Or is that a good thing in the past? It wasn't. I don't even know. But I don't know how to answer that one. Still wearing proudly. Damn it. It was a good era of Bobcat football at the very least.
It's a fun era.
Is it over? Is this the Curry era now?
I think
I don't know if the Don Joy Mafia is still a thing or not.
Yeah.
I don't
I feel
know
like
who started
we're turning
that.
the page.
I do think we're turning the page a little bit on that chapter.
It was the Malott era, and now we're in the new era.
Yeah, the Sturbeck era, or it's just the post Malott era. What do you call
Mike
Before
also
Malott,
says
during Malott, after Malott.
yeah, PM.
Mike also says, also in the RnR era, no pale ale has been consumed in an NAU preview episode. 3 games, 3 wins. No pale ales. # void pale ale.
I know. I'm sorry, Foley. You have to take one for the team, though.
Yeah,
Find another beer to drink.
That's why I had that lime lager today. Liquid 360 says, is there a reason why we can't get a boom mic on some of the questions for the weekly press conference? Also, does practicing in the new indoor facility help prepare the team for getting into the Sky Dome?
That's a good question. The second question, I can't imagine it hurts.
Yeah.
Are they practicing in the
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say they might be this week at the very least to get dome-like conditions.
Yes, they have been.
Okay. To his first question. So there's 2 outlets that put out the weekly press conference: Skyline and 406 Sports. 406 Sports has worse video quality but better audio quality, so you can actually hear most of the questions. You can't hear any question on Skylines except for Coulter's questions that he asks at the end, but the video quality is centered and it's easier to tell Coach Vegan's wardrobe from that one.
That's what we care about here. Hard-hitting journalism.
But yes, you would think that they could have a mic near the reporters and then near Vegan, and so everyone listening could hear everybody.
All right. I think that's it. And I know I'm going to give it to Mike over in the Bitterroot. I think Mike has a couple golden coolies, but his research on the golden coolies and his
that was impressive. That was really
pretty
impressive.
good. So, Mike, good job, buddy. Woo! All right. That's it.
All right, gentlemen.
Boys. I think we're all fading. Looks like we're all fading. Anything else you want to talk about on this episode? Cool. All right.
There's not much more to say.
No.
I just want to get past this week because
take care of business.
Yeah, I feel like even like preview episode back in August, like Thorny's like, well, there's an AU on the thing, and you're like, we might lose that one. Like, why are we afraid of NAU? Now, if we go out and lose, I'm like, okay, I get it. But I just, at this point, boys, I just think the program is in a state where we're just better than we've ever been. We're at a different level than we were at
in Dodgeball.
We're at
and we know it.
We are at a way different level than where we were in 2022.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Spend to win.
Let's go.
All right. Well, it was a bit of a rambler tonight, but I think it's entertaining content. I hope everyone enjoyed that all over the place episode. You can always find us on Twitter, RrCatcast. You can find us on the web, rrcatcast.com. You can shoot us an email at rrcatcast@gmail.com. You can find us on Bobcat Nation under the recurring Golden Coolie thread. It's a pretty fun place. There's kind of some random chatter and some important Bobcat chatter in there. So check it out. It's some good conversations. And boys, let's get out of here. Let's go Cats.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.